Hi everyone, today we are going to make a pom-pom and we'll be doing that in just a moment. Hi everyone, so today we're going to be making a pom-pom using a salad fork. So we'll need the salad fork. Now this one has 4 tines, which gives us 3 slots, and that's important and I'll explain later. We're going to use scissors, leftover yarn, some school glue, and a dog brush. Okay, so let's get started. So first you're going to want to cut a length of yarn. I don't know, maybe 8 inches. Now you're going to take your fork and you're going to place it down the middle tine and you're going to make it even, okay? Then you're going to take your ball of yarn, and while you're holding this yarn down, you're going to also take this yarn and you're going to start wrapping it around the fork, okay? So we're going to do 25 times. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you're saying, what about the school glue? Well, here's where the school glue comes in. So I did 7 wraps, and then in the middle area where that space is, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on both sides. So this may be messy, so if you want to put down some scrap paper or whatever. Then you wrap around where that glue is, okay? And what this is doing is it prevents your pom-pom from being pulled apart by little people's fingers, or you know, when you're combing it out. So all I do is I put some school glue and then I keep wrapping. So I was at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're going to do some more glue, only in the middle there. 22, 23, 24, 25. I still have glue showing, so I'm just going to do a few more wraps and get that glue gone. Okay. Okay, so we've got it wrapped. We're going to take that yarn that we had laying down. We're going to bring it up. We're going to put it through the tine. Do you see there? In the middle. We're going to tie a knot. Okay, as tight as we can, and then I slip it through and I tie a knot on the other side as tight as we can, and then this one I double knot. Okay, then we're going to want to keep this tail, and the reason you're keeping this tail is because that's going to be how you attach it to whatever your project is. So now we're going to snip this close to the tine. Okay. We're going to very carefully slip this off the fork. So now see, I almost have like a little bow. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut those loops at the very ends. And we want to get all those loops. Okay. Make sure you get all of them. Okay, and then we're going to do the same to the other side. Cut all those loops at the very end. Okay, we want to get all of them. Okay. There, so on both sides. Now we're going to just kind of splay it out. Now, we're going to use our dog brush and we're going to start combing out those fibers. Now you can give it a few minutes to dry first. I'm not. And I will lose some. Like, see, that just pulled out. No big deal. And we're just going to comb these out. And it's going to take some time. I usually sit and do this while I'm watching TV. And then we'll just want to separate them a little and do it a different way. My dog brush has big big spaces and then really little spaces. I usually go big spaces first. Those brushes that are for fine hair dogs, those work really good too. You can Google some, oops, there's one. You can Google how to make yarn fur, and it shows with those fine hair brushes, like for dogs. It's all about the dog brushes. But I like dogs. I make lots of stuff for dogs. And I have a dog, so I used to have 2 dogs. I've had lots of dogs. But you see how it's frizzing out, you know? See how nice that is? And you just keep going at it. And if you have a really long spot, just give it a trim. It's your pom-pom. You can do whatever you want with it. And like I said, if you want to give it a few minutes to dry beforehand, you can do that. And yeah, and then you can go to the smaller teeth of your dog. See how that's coming along? It's getting all nice and frizzy. And these are great. I use these when I make dog hoodies. I use these if I make children's hats. I use them on all kinds of things. I use them when I do ties, like say on a pullover for one of my kids. That's how I know that using the glue, because when my kids were younger, they'd sit there and they'd pull the threads, the yarn of the pom-pom. Used to drive me nuts because it would look so cute with the pom-pom. Then all of a sudden they'd say, "Mom, my pom-pom fell apart." It wasn't their pom-pom had fallen apart, it was that they had pulled it apart. Anyway, they don't do that anymore. They're big kids now. So you see how that's fluffing out a lot? Okay, and like I said, you can give it a little trim if it's going too crazy. And then you can brush it out some more. But basically, here you go. You have a nice pom-pom, and you have the tails to attach it to whatever you want. And there we go. That's how you make a pom-pom. Now these ones are small. If you want bigger ones, you can do more wraps. You can use a bigger fork. There's another technique where you use cardboard and 2 circles. I didn't do that one. Maybe I'll do that for another video. But yeah. So smash that like button. Subscribe. Leave a comment. I also have done a video on how to make tassels, which I use those when I don't use pom-poms. So I will, oh, look at that. See how nice that is? Isn't that nice and full? I'll leave you a link in the description on my tassel tutorial. And there we go. Isn't that great? I just love it. And if you want to, you can actually make, I used to make these monsters. I'd cut some felt feet and I'd put 2 googly eyes and it would be a little monster. Great thing to have at a craft table if you have kids that only have $1 or something like that. And they're quick and easy to make. So there we go. That's how you make a pom-pom. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.